How was it to rehearse with this beautiful orchestra and choir?
It's wonderful. I mean, I came yesterday and rehearsed with them. I have been on the road for 2 months now, and almost every night singing. So I'm tired now at this stage, but the sound from the orchestra lifts you. And I just said in another interview something that's very true. The atmosphere on stage and off stage with the technical guys and everything is just so nice. All the people, the girls and the guys that are looking after us, they couldn't do enough for you, the night of the proms is so well organised, in the dressing rooms, all of the lights even on your dressing rooms, it's very welcoming, and there's a lovely atmosphere. So, this is you. It encourages you to do your best. But for me, given the honour of singing music in memory of John Miles, is something I would have paid to do. They wouldn't have had to. Don't tell them that afterwards. But I would have paid to do it. It's. I knew John in Norway back in the 90s, the early 90s, and we did a couple of shows together, and he was such an incredible musician. But also, more than that, he was such a nice man.
Yes,
such a lovely person. And when he died so suddenly and this sort of thing, I was quite shocked. It just seems like there's been this period where a lot of artists, Sinead, all of these people have died, and it's very sad. But the opportunity of singing his song with his orchestra and doing it in memory of him, because believe me, that wasn't my singing. That's why I stood off the side of the stage. It was because this was for the orchestra and for John, So
When I hear the orchestra, I think about the real orchestra in Eurovision in the 80s.
I mentioned this earlier on. Like sort of somebody said, how does it feel to play with the orchestra? I said, in the 80s, this is where the money was spent in the Eurovision on the music. Now it's in the computer graphics and in the backing tracks and all this sort of stuff, and in the lighting and presentation of the show, which is just the way the music industry has gone. Unfortunately, for most of the singers, they'll never know what it's like to walk out there, hear that count, and the orchestra to start playing. And, it brings the most out of you, it brings the best out of you. You just, to be honest, singing tonight, my throat was so dry because I think out the front they had a compressor on my voice on the front, not backstage in the inner ear, but out the front they had a compressor and a limiter on my voice, and it felt like it was like every time I hit a high note I was fighting for it to be heard. So it was difficult, but when you have an orchestra like that, you don't give up and you don't let go, you just keep going.
Are you still writing? I heard a new song here on stage.
That's one of them. There's 4 new ones I've written. I have 2 more done, and I have a studio booked in Denmark. I'm going to get as far as 4 and do another 4. And then at the end of this year, I'll do another probably 2 or 4 and put together an album of 12 songs. And I think after that, maybe I'll do a compilation. I'll write whenever I want to write. But I think I'm going to slow down a bit because I'm not getting any younger. And I think my sons are all grown. My eldest son is now 43. My youngest is a musician and he's 30. And my middle one is designing computer games and he's 39. It was his birthday yesterday. And they're all grown men and I've missed so much of their lives. I think I'd like to enjoy them and let them enjoy me for what's left of mine.
Sandra Kim is here also. Yes. Has it become like a family of Eurovision?
Well, to be honest, most of the people that I know from I know Sandra, of course, because she gave me the award in '87. And I've met Sandra. She's a wonderful singer, wonderful artist. Yes, and I know Sandra, but I also know Koksijde Verst. I know Dan International. To be honest, a lot of the Bucks Fizz, what were the ones that did the dance? My brain is gone. Martin, I know, is the singer, and the girls it'll come to me in a second. Brotherhood of Man, but all of those people from that time, Umberto Tozzi, we've all become friends over the years. It is like a little club, and I walked into in Amsterdam. I did the Ziggo before Christmas. And it was the Eurovision Legends, and I walked into my dressing room and I was sharing it with the Harrys, who in '84 I wrote the song that came second, Terminal 3. They won it on the last vote, and with a song called Diggy Loo, Diggy Lay.
Nice song.
A nice song, but my one, Terminal 3, wasn't that bad either. But when I walked in, when they won, like sort of they were all these young boys in pink and blue and all these bright colors, and they're all like me. Oh, like, and I don't know why I should find it strange, but it's probably like people seeing me with grey hair who've grown up with me with dark hair. It's but we know each other, and and we are extremely friendly and respectful to each other.
How was the showtime in Ola Bruges with Helmut Lotti and Lilian St-Pierre?
This is a joy. Carlo, the man who put this, and Zoe, the two guys who changed the church into the club, the Ola. It's been, I can't say it's been easy. It's been hard work to build up the audiences. Now it's starting to sell out, and the show is wonderful. Helmut and myself have bonded. We've known each other 30 years, and it's our first chance to work together. And we're singing "You've Lost That Loving Feeling" together, and it's getting better and better. And we joke an awful lot, and we tease each other on stage, because I sang it with Andre Hazes, and he sang it, like the Elvis version. But also Lilian St-Pierre. But there's also this the family Giordano, the acrobats from Italy, and they're unbelievable. Dirk and Raphael, and the dancers.
It will be fun.
It is. Everybody in the show is holding their own, and for me, the show is a little bit long because I'm not until the end. But it's a wonderful show, and I would encourage anybody to go and see it.
And you brought Hold Me Now in the dance version, I saw.
Yeah, that's how I finished the show. It's because because it's the finale and the show has been on 3 hours, three hours and a half or something. The audience it's like sitting through a Eurovision, a marathon. I have to lift them at the end. So I also do a medley of songs from The Masked Singer, as well as the Eurovision medley and You Raise Me Up. And then I do You've Lost That Loving Feeling. And then we all sing Hey Jude at the end, which is a really nice version, because we do an up-tempo version of it at the end.
And Helmut Lotti is going heavy metal now. It's never too late for you, huh?
Oh no, this is I'll leave that to Helmut. I started with heavy metal. I'm not finishing with it. That's my first bands were Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and that.
Okay, and last question: why is music so beautiful for you? To make it and to sing it.
That's something that I've been thinking of a lot lately. Because I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I've discovered, this year particularly, I don't know whether it's because of all the rescheduled work that happened. I was thinking about slowing down this year, and it's the busiest year I've ever had. And I've realised, I've been speaking to my sons and my family in Ireland as well about this, that it is my life. I don't even have time for my family and anything else. It's just music and my fans all the time. And I think I have to slow down a bit. I don't want to let my fans down and the people that have been supported me over the years, so I will keep on singing and keep coming back to them and singing. But I think I'm going to have to pick and choose my work a little bit more and take some time off and spend it with the people I love as well.
Thanks for your time. And, it was nice to meet you. Thank you.
Can I just add one last thing to what I said, because I don't want to neglect one thing. Music has been very kind to me. So I owe my life, the life that I've had and the life that I live now, to music. So it's not a one-way street. It's something I have to return.
Okay, it was so nice. Thank you.
Thank you.